Yeah, two big tracks from the Friendly Fire band. What are you saying about them tracks?
Yeah, man, this is a Legalized Rhythm that you just heard. It's our biggest hit. It was originally a song by Lionheart, who wrote the rhythm digitally.
Yeah.
And then we switched it up, played it back with the band, and made a few different cuts of it that you just heard a couple.
Okay, definitely.
So you've heard Tipper Irie and Peppery was
Yeah.
the first one, Humanity, and the other one was the title track, Legalize It.
Okay, so we've kind of just gone straight into the rhythms and what it is, but tell us a little something about Friendly Fire Band. What is it?
Okay, well, Friendly Fire Band actually came out of Jamja Sound
Okay.
and Jamja Mondays,
Yeah.
which was a Monday night. We started out just a couple of us, me and Bongo Demo playing. We started off with Bongo Demo really,
Okay.
and then I joined in and got to meet him. He said, "I'll come again." And originally it was just us playing records to each other really.
Yeah.
And as it kind of grew, artists got involved.
Okay.
And I started producing on like digital rhythms on the computer.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
And then we decided to make a band basically to just take it that step further.
Okay, wow. So you've got two great artists in the building. What?
Blup, blup, blup. We're down, we're down, we're down, we're down.
So tell us something about these two artists. You get to big them up now.
Yeah, well, two great artists. This is the
Okay.
reason, you know,
Yeah.
we're touring with them at the moment.
Okay.
We've got quite a few festivals over the summer. And so we've got Mikey Tuff and Tomlin Mystic.
Yeah, man, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Tomlin Mystic's been there from pretty much the early days
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
of when we started in it.
yeah.
From the beginning, and Mikey Tuff joined maybe 3 years ago, something like that.
About 3 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah.
Okay.
It's music links, you know.
Yeah. So you guys, you want to come to the mic and tell us a little something about your experiences with Friendly Fire Band. What is it for you that brings you to this particular project?
You have got to talk first, Tommy.
Well, you know, I heard lots of bands. I heard a lot of bands in the town, but you know, there was good bands, but you know, like I don't play with any kind of band, you know, because like I'm a musician myself, so I play drums. But so when I heard this Friendly Fire Band, you know, I really just thought, boy, these guys are good because they could play. They're playing everything that out there on the street, and that they could play anything that they hear. So
Yeah.
that's where I wanted to be, you know. So I've been with them from the early days, you know,
Yeah,
with like great artists like Pablo Ryder and Lionheart, and you know, we did marvelous. We went to Greece. You know, we did Turkey, and we did Sunfest.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fabulous. You know, we played Shambhala, we did Glastonbury, which
Yeah.
was wicked again. So, you know, it's the best band, you know, because, you know, when I know music, then I can't just go and play with any in the band. So this is the band for me right at the moment, Friendly Fire Band, the artist band around the place.
Wicked.
Just tell him, so I will kick you over there, so.
Yeah.
So
What about yourself, Mikey? What
Yeah,
about you?
yeah, me now, me's a old dinosaur, you see. So music are my life and my salvation and my soul. I mean, I start playing guitar at an early age. I'm 55 now, and I've been playing music in front of people for over 30 years. So
Yeah.
I started as a bass player,
Yeah.
but then I was DJing on sound. So start from Orthodox 38, Jungleman, and then Wasifa them come and link me. You know, cause them had a vision. So when Saxon Sound start kind of kick out, it was all about DJ. So I stopped playing guitar for a little bit and start DJ.
Okay.
So then after a while, the two just come together. I mean, there's not much bass players that do. Well, I don't know any bass player that do what me do, which is play bass and DJ. So it kind of unique, but it was what it was because when we was young, our dreams and aspirations was all about Africa and getting to know ourselves. So the only way we could express it was through our music, and that was through sound system, our band. So, you know, that's what it originated to. So we come forward now, and again, I was playing with different bands. Airwell Foundation was the main band I was playing with for a good while. And then I was using a keyboard player called Matt, and he introduced me to some of Robin's tracks. I'd already seen Friendly Fire at different shows, you know, so I knew of Friendly Fire, and Matt gave me a track, and I voiced it, and Robin liked it. So he contacted me and said, yeah, we do a track. So he said, no, Robin, we can't do no one track, you know, we do a project. And it's just an ongoing project because, like Tomlin says, for me, it's all about the music, and it's, you know, it's regardless of who you are, as long as you can deliver the music how me interpret it, which is a yard vibe, then it's fine. And you know, Friendly Fire Band, you are the band, Friendly Fire. And I mean, I've played with a lot of bands, and no disrespect to no other bands out there, but right now, you know, it takes more than just musicianship to have a band that can work, and it's a brotherly love, and it's respecting each other, and knowing each other's weaknesses and working around it for the sake of the music and for the sake of uplifting the people. Because I just see myself as an entertainer that would like to uplift the people with music, you know. So within that, it has its own message, you know. So I don't sit down and go, let me write. It's just what I feel, and it's what most people feel, you know. And become is Rasta, then is a Rasta vibe them go and get, you know. And you know, we find with most people, you know, there are more ballad Rasta than dreadlocks Rasta. You know, we know that, and so you know, so for me, you know, the culmination of all of us coming from different cultures, which Robin is French, for those who didn't know. He's French, he's French, ladies, he's French. You know, and again, it just
might be practicing his French in France.
Yeah, France was good. You know, and it really is for most people who don't understand the pleasure that music brings to musicians ourselves. And it's even rehearsing. We had a wicked rehearsal last night, and you know, if we rehearsed till like midnight.
Yeah.
You know, and that some people say it's not normal, but that's the love we have for the music and each other. You know, and all we really aim to do is continue producing good music and also uplifting other younger bands. You know, we have a young culture band and the young sounds. We also encourage them because we want the next generation to continue doing what we do. Because one thing I have to say is that there's not a lot of young people taking up music, so hands-on music, so learning an instrument nowadays that we did. So a lot of them are computer generated. We have to move with the times. I mean, we just can't play music live till we can't play no more. We just hope some of the young people up, they just pick up the live thing, pick up a guitar, you know, pick up a bass, pick up some drums, learn to play keyboards, you know. And within music, you get everything: discipline, you know, working as a team, you know, learning, understanding each other's weaknesses. You gain a whole heap of wealth, plus the traveling, you know. So. You know?
I seen you did some traveling on social media.
I
seen all your videos.
Yeah, man, I need to turn up the social. I need to turn up the social media. But what it is, because I start music, and I think it's for us of the older generation. Cause me a real dinosaur, but we can't get any young boy around for their money. None of them no bad like how we. Anyway, you see, for we now is almost like for we is a drive. So it is a drive within us that we continue. So I only do what I know to do from years back. So me not gonna jump on the digital thing, cause that's not my thing. That's the youth thing. But me I say the two can mix together. It just would be nice for have some young youth take up reggae music, you know?
Okay, definitely. So how do you guys write your lyrics or your songs? How do you do it? Do you freestyle it or do you write it down? How do you guys go about it?
It's a mixture of everything.
Okay.
So I have individual songs that I just write. And when I say songs, it's normally lyrics. And then we will come to rehearsal, and while setting up, we will just be jamming, and you know, and it works. It just evolves, and that's what I say. What happens? There's a click between all of us that you can't explain it, but we've been together that long that we work. You know, we gel with each other. We gel with each other, and all we really try and do is bring a variety of the different styles of reggae. So we don't just play roots reggae, we play dancehall, we play bashment, we play culture. We's the body talking about the herbal. We's one of the greatest advocates for that green thing, right?
So you know what? Because I'm a woman, have you got any woman vibes going on?
Of course, we have true, like she said she want a man just like we. And we also have true like Miss Pretty Pretty, which is, you see, the true man like me is that song what really talking about don't abuse the women. You know? So if people listen to the lyrics carefully, it really talks about abusing women. But I write it that way so that people's ears would cock up, and it's the use of the words. Because when I say she like it tough, we talk about the dreadlocks. You see, something, they be talking about something else. So, but use it as reference to get people to come in. But if them listen, it's actually talking, she don't want a man to abuse her, you know. She just want a man to treat her like a queen, regardless of who she is. You know, and then we have tune like Miss Pretty Pretty. Bring your body come if you want Rastaman love, and we explain the type of different love that Rastaman will give a woman and treat her as an equal, you see. So, man, the woman them love style. There's the have woman lyrics. What the song, the last one where you all right. Tamlin sing a song, girls, ladies, females. When he sing this song, he all cry. Yeah, I love something.
So you want to
so we're emotional.
Very emotional about things.
I'll bust it for you.
Alright, so they're going to play a song and they're going to come in. You're going to do some lyrics for us as well later.
Yeah, man, we have to go to that, man.
Yeah, man,
that's you know, we big up Area Upgrade and the listeners keep listening, you know. It's not streaming, you're not dreaming.
No, he's streaming.
Yeah, man, but I'm not dreaming.
No.
I reality.
Ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, man, love her, you know, family. Love her. I'm still in love with this lady. I was in love with her, went to Egypt and we studied, we had fun. And I came back and I just introduced her to one of my friends, who I thought was my friend, you know, we're having a talk. So she decided to set up with him. So it hurt me so much. I saw her with a new key, another door. So I thought, well, she's going to that. So I just wrote my heart out, you know, because like I was swimming in my tears. You know, nobody saw it, but I couldn't see no floor. I was drawing my tears and I can't reach the shore. So it's a way of just expressing love, true love, you know what I mean? We have to have love.
Yeah, man.
So, still love her, still. Big up out there, and I hope you have fun.
Yeah, man, the rhythm's called Natty Love Rhythm as well. If you want to look it up on Spotify or whatever streaming platform you use, iTunes, Google Music. Deezer.
Okay.
Deezer.
So, like, for yourself, when you're managing the projects, do you see the progress that each artist has gone by, or are they all great at the start and great at the end, if that makes sense?
Well, I think, they were all, I think all the people we started playing with were always great at the beginning, but you do, I think, not in their own, just in their own, but in terms of working with the band as a team, then it would definitely evolve. Like, I think the set's, you know, stronger than it's ever been really at the moment. Yeah. Just because, you know, we practice regular, everybody's put in their influence, and we've kind of built up the songs originally. You know, often it starts with a jam. And then as it kind of evolves a little bit, and we kind of arrange it better, add different parts, add little breaks, add little mixes. Yeah. And so in that sense, I think that, you know, as a team we work, like, you know, we've evolved a lot definitely from the early days to now.
Yeah, definitely.
So as artists, who's influenced you?
You know, there's not one person that I'll be honest. What influenced me is the reggae movement in the UK from me and go. And that influenced me. Yeah. And the God truth is and the thing is, I say that because we never had to look further than the music that we was listening to, and it was coming straight from Jamaica. So you know, it wasn't like we sit down and go, oh, let's study Jamaican music. It was just the same music what was playing. And when we look at it, as you asked me that, and we can sit back and reflect, it really was the UK reggae scene that really me look up to, and that you know, that inspire me, the truth. Because I was always trying not to be the same as the Yardman. So there was a time when everybody was listening mixtape and everybody was sounding like them, and I always tried to sound myself. Yeah. You get what I mean? And let me say, it was just referencing to how we grew. My lyrics, you don't hear them with references of Jamaica, you hear them with references of where we grew. Yeah. You know, and really that is the God honest truth. It's the UK reggae scene from back in the early 70s till now that influenced me.
Yeah, man. What about yourself?
Well, for me, you know, like, my dad used to play a lot of Sam Cooke song, and he liked the impressions most of all, Curtis Mayfield, and he just loved the impressions, and, you know, people like the Temptations. And Jamaica, Alton Ellis and Bob Marley. Bob was kind of, well, Bob is something else. But Alton Ellis and John Holt, you know what I mean? Those, the Paragons, and D Brown, the whole of them, and Royal Rosses, everybody, you know, from Jimi Hendrix right round to, you know, to John Lennon, you know what I mean? Me not just put music in and out, to Phil Collins, you know, if me hear a song.
Everywhere.
So me just music, to Asa Bisa, to, you know, Wally Badaroo. My music is like, it's not limited. Yeah. Me not limit myself. Me take a piece of classic from this and put now on reggae. Yeah. Take a piece of this from that, and because there's so much influence was out there. And we're hearing the Spanish from over Spain and Jamaica. We're hearing this from here, we hear Mexican. There's so much music. Yeah. You know, you can almost taste it. So I was taught by Super Nature give me music. Music was the only thing I could do. Yeah. I was a choir boy with my mom in church, and all of us sing. I'm the worst singer with all my brothers. But I just felt I have something to say. I have 12 kids out there. Yeah. So I feel I'm in the music to try and make a positive wave to the kids to show them, yo, I'm old, but yo, I can whine like him, can jump like him, can do everything. Comes, I still have black belts in karate, I still fit. Yeah. So when they see me silver gray on the stage. I'm just want to be up there to project positive vibes to make this world, not just England, where our world better. If one word I say can make just a difference in one person's life, then the job is well done.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's what Friendly Fire Band is really about.
Definitely.
You know, we're here to, you know, so that's what I see.
I would just like to reiterate what he said. You see me now, I know the world me want to make better. A people, mind and heart and soul me want to make better. Because the world alright, and just people are spoiled. You see?
For real.
Yeah, real.
Even the idea behind the name Friendly Fire was really about bringing people together. You know? So I've had loads of conversations with people go, Friendly Fire is just when people kill each other, it's not good, right? It's about the war and all this. It's like, nah, man. Friendly Fire is about a fire that's friendly. And if you look at fire. And so obviously we burn everything that's negative, and you know, we use the fire the kind of traditional kind of, you know, reggae way kind of thing, like Capleton did and all that. But at the same time, the idea of a friendly fire is it's this, you know, it's the central point around which people will congregate to exchange ideas, to talk, you know, from the early days, from you know, from they started cooking meat, you know what I mean, and our brains started evolving to get bigger, man, so that, you know what I mean, through the fire. So, you know what I mean, and all the good things it brings, you know, cooking food, talking, making music around the fire, you know, it's essential, you know, it's the basis of civilization, really. And so that's what we're trying to, you know, that's kind of the reference in there.
Okay. On talking about positives, and there's been seems to be a lot of negatives around some of the reggae artists recently. And I wanted to know your opinions. One on Capleton and Jah Cure in particular.
What happened to Capleton? I missed that one.
Okay.
I don't want to swear.
So
but, you know
so Capleton was accused of rape.
Oh no. Okay, so wait. No, the Capleton thing now, that was just a false flag. It was some girl that he had.
Yeah. All right. But the main thing. All right. What the main thing is here is news that is in Jamaica. So again, because of the UK close links with Jamaica, what is news in Jamaica, and that's what we need to remember, people. These things happening in Jamaica, you know, and for those who don't know Jamaica, most of the artists them out there elevate themselves to a status of them feel them untouchable. You see, and this goes to Jah Cure and all of them. Them reach a stage, Sizzla, the whole of them, because there was a time when Sizzla did want to become the head of the Rasta movement in Jamaica, you know, because he named Sizzla. Now, again, Jamaican mentality is very different to European and UK mentality in all its aspects, and it have a dirty snake inside that rise up every time, and it will continue to happen because what we have to remember is a lot of these men them who we look up to, inverted commas, supposed to Rasta, is just ordinary man, you know. And what we will find is let's go deep. Buju was my biggest letdown, and the problem what we have now is that the video evidence is there of him tasting the coke, you know. Now there is two issues here. Is if you go and do what you do, don't make nobody find out. Because we're just humans, you know, and that's why, again, for me, not moving on the subject, some people take Rasta as religion. For me, Mike it off, Rasta is not religion. So this is why we're going to have the conflict with certain artists, because they portray themselves as religious Rasta. But it's just human beings, you know. Rasta is a way of life for me. You know, I used to be religious, and the religion is a way of life, and that means you can be a Rasta and shave. You can be Rasta is how you define yourself, you know. But let me say, all that happen is mere humans. So we, if you now look and say, all right, we stop big up some of these people, then, you know, because them go and make mistakes, and it's just as simple as that. And again, like we say, is the negative environment that them speaking about. So what happens, there is as much culture tunes being produced and conscious tunes as slack tunes, but them not being played. It's as simple as that, you know. So the balance is still there. The balance is there. So it's just now the society that now listens to reggae music. It's not a real Rasta. It's a mixture of all kind of people now listen reggae. And a lot of the artists them in Jamaica create music for a living. Them create music for a living. Them start sing and start DJ for make money. Not because them passionate. You know, them do it for a living because Jamaica is a hard life. Yeah, it's a way out for them. So with that, what we do is just take the inspiration. Because don't forget, is the words them still strong, and as bad as me you know, Buju disappoint me, I still dance every Buju tune.
Yeah.
You know, cause we respect them as them was, and you know, in that context, that's what me do. Me take the good and work with that, and left the bad in the gutter.
Yeah. How about yourself?
Well, I still feel that Capleton was a bit set up with this because it was more the way that it was reported than anything really happening.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I heard about him getting charged for stuff when he had, you know, when he'd just been accused, basically. But people are like doing video blogs, you know, reporting stuff that hasn't actually happened because they're using the wrong words because they can't speak English too good, some of them, you know what I mean? Because just anybody does a video blog now, you don't need to be anyone, you know what I mean? So if you've got an opinion and you've got a computer, you can give your opinion. So I just feel like that was a bit out of hand. But Jack Ure now is a different thing, man.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
that is a disrespect.
And that's a disrespect. And it, you know, again, there's a lot of things that can be said about him because when he was just a rapist, he just like raped other people's like daughters. Nobody minded that much. It was still alright. So, you know what I mean? People need to kind of address that as well and kind of look at the standards. And as soon as he dissed the sound man, it's like the worst thing he's ever done. And you're like, no, the worst thing he ever did was raping girls. Dissing Soundman isn't that bad really in comparison. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it's the way he's portraying himself, and he's not coming across as, you know, somebody that worships money is just ugly to see, you know what I mean? Somebody that's like so, especially when it's called Jack Ure, you know what I mean? He's got Ja in his name, man. I call him Jack Cringe, man, because it makes me cringe, you know what I mean? When I look at him, I'm just like, nah, man, you're real. And basically, you know, sadly, since he came out of prison, I do feel like, you know, I haven't enjoyed his music as much, to be honest. Not because of the prison thing, but you know, the reality is his better songs were written then. So now he's kind of clinging on to some old thing of the hype he had at the time, but really I think he's kind of signed a bit of a death warrant now with you know. But then, you know, he'll still have fans because he's got so much momentum, he's got so many fans already. And most people don't really care about these kind of videos. It's only some people, because you're in the business, that you've seen these videos. But most people, you know, couldn't care less.
What about yourself?
Well, I really want to go back on the Capleton thing, you know, because, like you see, it's so easy for people not to know. And we're here saying stuff about things because situation has arrived in my life too, that if hadn't it been the truths and rights and people, I could have been the same way because of jealousy. So until I know, until I'm there for sure and know, it's hard to say because I'm not saying it either way. And if he is guilty of it, then it's nasty. But, but if he's not guilty of it, it's more nastier.
Remember, he's being accused of rape.
Understand what I'm saying?
But then the story came out that it wasn't.
But Jamaica people may know how the girls are wrong. I went down to Jamaica from 2003 until 2008. My mom was sick, so I decided to look after her and see if we could find some medicine in the forest. I'm not going to deter too much from the music, so I was down there. And if I was like one of those kind of, many girls wanted to come into my house, but I was there to look after my mom. Now, the thing that they have doing is like, I'll come into your house, my boyfriend might come or a cousin might go, yo, foreigner, you've been with my sister? That's my girlfriend, you know, I was away. So then I'll be ending up paying money to her because they do anything to some places, and some people, they will do anything to take anything out of your pocket, anyway. So, you know, until I hear something positive about Capleton, just looking on the outside because I know I live there. I saw it more than once. I saw
it's
it.
easy to accuse people of stuff.
You know, so it's so good because sometimes they see you with something and they want it. It's a possibility, and it could be that that's the way they do it. The only way to get you.
Definitely. So do you want to play another track on that note?
Yeah, man. I think for all these people that we talk about, you know what I mean, that bring that negativity and all that, man, they all need to get a beating. And so this is the new, single. So it's out on 2/7 inches. There's 3 cuts. There's one by Luciano, The Messenger, and Dan Giovanni. There's a young artist from Jamaica, a young DJ who's really good. And Exile the Brave, also from Jamaica, also DJ. And then Mikey Tough, Man Like Me. You might have seen the video on YouTube.
I have,
It's Mikey Tough with a Y, by the way. And so this is on vinyl as well. We're still doing vinyl hard, you know.
One of the only bands and sounds that still produce on vinyl. you know, and like I said, it's good. It's good because it's what we knew, and there are still a lot of DJs that like it, and it kind of gives it an exclusivity, you know, to the thing. We keep it as real as we can. You know?
Yeah, man.
So it goes a little like this.